Hi Taurus, how's it going? Happy Monday. It's Monday for me, but whenever you come across this video is when you're supposed to receive the messages. My name is Lynn and I channel messages from Spirit. I've already cleared the energy. There's my sage. And I shuffled. I pulled 10 cards for a Celtic cross spread. This is it. It's in 2 rows, but it's a Celtic cross spread. So because it's a general reading, just take what resonates and leave the rest. It may or may not resonate with you. Always check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs in case you have messages over there. If some of your cards come out upside down, it means you're getting extra protection from Spirit, which some of your cards did. I'll let you know. Okay, so Taurus. And I also pulled you an oracle card. That's this card over here. Sword, make the change. Okay. And so I don't know if you can hear my dog barking downstairs. Sorry if you can, just ignore it. She just probably sees a squirrel or something. So this card, your first card, is the Tower, and this is all about a big change too, a big unexpected change. Sometimes it's a difficult change, but a necessary one too. The message on the card is, I surrender and know how to go forward. Okay, so this is a major arcana. Your first card represents your current situation, what's going on right now in your life. So the Justice card is it's a Scorpio. It's a Scorpio energy. Represented by Mars in astrology. It could represent some type of conflict or chaos, unexpected sudden changes, a sudden upheaval, having an awakening. It's a card of confusion, feeling confused or feeling pain, some kind of disruption. It could be some kind of loss that you're experiencing. For some, not all of you, it could represent a divorce, or it could represent abuse or some kind of violence, unexpected changes, bankruptcy, tragedy. You may experience some kind of revelation, okay? A major change in your life or your belief system is what this card can represent. So be prepared for this major change, but always keep in mind that it's for the best. It might not feel like it, Taurus, but it is for the best, okay? It could represent overthrowing false beliefs and habits that don't serve you anymore. So that's why it's not a negative card, but a positive one. There may be some kind of loss, either personal or financial, but this catastrophic event could have been foreseen if you had been aware and willing to face the facts. What's destroyed in conjunction with this card has served its purpose and now needs to go. Okay? It's some kind of dramatic change, and it can sometimes be an extremely upsetting change. Maybe you brought the situation on yourself by ignoring or denying that something needs restructuring or deconstructing. Most likely you're aware of the pressing need to make some changes, but you haven't been able to take any action yet. Then along comes a crisis, such as losing a job, getting a divorce, an accident, or a financial setback, and you have no choice but to face reality. This card represents the crumbling of an old, outworn structure, which you can liken to your life. It's time to deal seriously with your life collapsing all around you. Okay, you might have to end an unsatisfactory relationship. You might have to quit a stifling job, cast off false values, or shuck social conventions that are limiting your progress or you may need to conserve money and live more simply. You can probably see how you're imprisoned by a self-created fortress, whether for protection, safety, or from fear of facing the unknown. But Spirit's saying destroy the old structures before they destroy you, so that you can become free. In the wake of this chaos, new order will grow, and then you can pick and choose among the rubble to decide what's worth saving, and from that you'll be able to rebuild your life in accordance with who you truly are. And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you is the Two of Swords reversed. Whatever I decide, I trust the outcome is the message on the card. Maybe you're doubting yourself since it came out reversed. So the Two of Swords reversed represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation or what you're celebrating. So this card, the Two of Swords reversed, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, mostly Libra. This is a card of confusion, okay? Confusion again. The Tower card could represent confusion. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with fears or worry, anxiety, or stress. Maybe you're being overly cautious. This card could represent emotional, mental turmoil. There's an imbalance in an area of your life. It could represent postponements, delays, having to choose between the lesser of two evils, feeling like there's no right choice. Again, confusion, hesitancy. Maybe you're seeing the truth of a situation or lies are being exposed. It's a card of emotional detachment, emotional coldness. So maybe you're detaching emotionally or becoming emotionally cold. Or maybe someone's doing that to you. Maybe you're being emotionally guarded. Maybe you're holding on to anxiety or resentment. Okay, this card is letting you know that the truth will be revealed for sure. There's too much information, no right choice. This card could represent a broken truce, some kind of imbalance in a situation, or it can mean that a choice is made for you rather than by you. That's what the Tower card is. When the universe steps in and makes a choice for you, makes a decision for you. So it could be that. Maybe you feel helpless to make the necessary changes. So, this is about change. Your oracle card is saying about change, some kind of change. Maybe you feel helpless to make the necessary changes. One party may be unwilling to admit to the truth of the situation, making discourse impossible. And this may result in deceit, disloyalty, or duplicity. And then your third card is the Knight of Swords reversed again, so extra protection from Spirit. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. The Knight of Swords can be you or someone in your life or a situation, male or female. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, mostly Gemini. This card represents someone who doesn't there's no direction. They don't have a direction, or someone who disregards consequences, is arrogant. They're heading for a fall. They act like a know-it-all. They're a follower. This card is telling you to go with the flow. The Knight of Swords is someone who is unfocused, a coward, could be a criminal, someone who is self-obsessed. They're a bully. They're aggressive, hurtful, vicious, ruthless, tactless, forceful, unpredictable. This card is talking about someone who leads others to dangers, is sarcastic, insincere, restless, unfocused, impulsive, burnout, forceful, dangerous, someone who is out of control. It could be a card about feeling left behind, missed opportunities, being out of your depth. So the Knight of Swords reversed loses his aggressiveness and becomes passive about a situation that requires action. He suggests that you're delaying doing what is necessary, perhaps neglecting necessary grunt work or communication. But there could be serious repercussions from avoiding this work. And if this person, this Knight of Swords doesn't actually represent a person, it can indicate that you're mentally closed off from a situation that desperately needs attention, thereby creating bad feelings and opposition. This Knight of Swords reversed can be a braggart or even a liar. He will tell stories to bolster his own self-esteem and to gain the respect of others. He can lack compassion and takes pleasure in verbally embarrassing people. And then your fourth card is the King of Pentacles. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. I am sure of my place in the world. Spirit saying, be sure of your place in the world, Taurus. So this is either you or someone in your life. Again, it represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. Male or female in a general reading. Taurus, the King of Pentacles, is you, okay? This card is represented by Taurus in the zodiac. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but mostly Taurus. Hard work is paying off. This person is self-reliant. This card is represented by abundance, prosperity, security. This card is telling you to see things through right to the end. This person is a wealthy businessman or woman, a provider, very protective, supporting, patriarchal. This card talks about bettering yourself. The Knight of Pentacles is not a risk taker, has a high status, is principled, is reaching their goals, is reliable, sensual, encouraging, dependable. He could represent a mature, grounded male, and again, or a female in a general reading. Is very successful, dependable, sensible, loyal, fair, honest, faithful, patient, generous, careful, traditional, disciplined, stability, conservative, is self-reliant, is a leader, represents leadership. Okay, so not only wealthy but courageous, reputable, dependable, kind to others. He symbolizes worldly power in a positive sense, is experienced in handling money matters, is cultured, refined, can provide reliable counsel on matters of money, property, or security. This king is someone important to you, Taurus, either someone in your life or maybe he's a leader where you work, your boss, someone that you're dealing with. This card could also indicate that you're engaged in some worldly enterprise that will meet with success. This king is practical, hard work, and steady. He's ruled by common sense and practicality. He loves the simple comforts of home and family. He can be very social and a welcoming host, inviting anyone who enters his home to share a meal. Although he enjoys the company of others, he's very self-contained and likes to rely on no one but himself. He's generous with his money and resources, but never stupidly so. He's reliable and will always keep his word. He can seem to lack affection and is not one to share his feelings, even to those closest to him. And then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the King of Swords reversed. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision is on the card. Maybe you don't feel like that because it came out reversed. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, mostly Aquarius. So this is what to expect soon in your life. Again, this is either you or someone in your life, male or female. The King of Swords is someone who is manipulative, cruel, misguided, irrational, dishonest, controlling, cold, ruthless, oppressive, illogical, irrational. He could represent an absent father. He could represent intelligence used in a bad way, someone who's judgmental. He represents a lack of structure, a lack of routine, a lack of integrity, a lack of morals, a lack of discipline. He's misguided, brutal, violent, intimidation, cynical, weak, powerless, rude, dishonest. Okay? This king may use his impressive abilities to further his own agenda with no respect for ethics, standards, or ideals. He can be ridiculously judgmental and hold people in contempt if they don't behave or think as he deems appropriate or right. Okay. This card could represent someone losing your head. He indicates fickleness, using swords to wound, gossiping, superficiality, playing one person against the other, or a rigidity of opinions. He can represent a situation in which the people around you are hostile toward your ideas or your spiritual quest, and you may have to keep those matters to yourself for a little while. Okay? And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Chariot. You will I go forward with confidence is the message on the card. But maybe you're not feeling like that again because it came out reversed. But know that Spirit is working with you with this situation. So the outcome that you desire, again, this card is talking about a lack of control, a lack of direction, aggression. Someone is being aggressive. There's a lack of self-control, having no direction, no control, feeling powerless again, a forcefulness, forceful. It's a card of self-discipline, opposition, coercion, being blocked by obstacles. So this card is warning you to be careful of letting others take control of you. And there's also a danger of you running over everyone in your path to reach your goals. So it might be wise to slow down a little bit and see what lies ahead before you go barreling down the road. This card is saying that the changes and transitions are happening internally and at a rapid rate. Things are moving so fast, you may feel like you're out of control and are struggling to keep your head above water. It may seem like you're being pulled in two directions at once and are stressed out by the pressure. Spirit saying choose a direction carefully and accept the process of inner transition as a positive one, but make sure you are clear about your direction in life. The more you can tune into your own transition process, the more control over it you can exert. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Knight of Wands reversed. I make decisions without pressure is the message on the card, male or female in a general reading. So your self-image card, how you see yourself, Taurus, lack of self-discipline, which they've already mentioned, anger, violent, impulsive, reckless, arrogant, burnout, lack of self-control. They've already mentioned all of these in the reading already. Domineering, passive, delays, not finishing what you started, someone who has a chip on their shoulder, someone whose energy is scattered, a daredevil, someone who is loud, a show-off, overly confident, impatient, abusive, passive, fearful. There's a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of ambition, a lack of purpose, jealous, over-competitive, overly competitive, extremely aggressive. Again, lack of control, lack of self-control, frustration, reckless. So that is not from me. Know that I just channel the messages. These are not from me, these messages. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? This card could indicate a delay in a message or paperwork that you've been expecting. A trip may be canceled because of bad weather, or an engagement or wedding postponed or even broken off. This Knight reverse can represent separation from people, places, or situations. And I think because your Chariot card came out reversed too, because that's about travel, that could be talking about cancellation and travels too. This card represents someone who's prone to making foolish choices, who thinks only of themselves or always has to be the center of attention. And then your 8th card represents your environment, or how others see you and your situation, and you have the Hierophant, Major Arcana. I am ready to love and learn is the message on the card, but you might not be feeling like that yet at this time, again, because it came out reversed. So the Hierophant says your environment card, or how others see you. This card says this card is all about challenging the status quo, being rebellious, living an unconventional lifestyle, challenging traditions. It can represent reversed roles, a card of freedom, unconventionality, nonconformity, unconventional relationships. It's a card of ignorance again. Trying a new method, a new approach, being subversive. This card represents stubborn bullheadedness, matches Taurus, right? The bull, particularly in areas of beliefs and their applications in day-to-day life. Maybe you're in a rut, unable to see new things or find useful ways to apply your beliefs in the real world. Consider giving up some routines, Spirit is saying, and maybe trying something new. Okay? The Hierophant reversed, you may wish to overthrow an old tradition, religious, ideological, intellectual, or cultural, that you feel is suffocating you, or that simply no longer serves your needs. You can choose to live by whatever philosophy resonates with your true inner nature. You want to direct your actions your own way, even if this puts you in conflict with some established tradition or one that you were raised to believe. Maybe your faith is being challenged in some way, and you must reevaluate beliefs you've always taken for granted. Okay, being rebellious, challenging traditions, reversed roles, freedom, nonconformity. And then your hopes and fears card is the Star card reversed. I am inspired and positive about the future. But you might not be feeling like that because it came out reversed. This is a Major Arcana card. The Star card is so extra protection from Spirit since it came out reversed. This is Aquarius energy. This card is represented by Aquarius in astrology. This card represents monotony. It's insecurity, feeling discouraged, faithless, hopeless, despair, boredom, hopelessness, let go of self-doubt, focusing on the negative. There's a lack of faith, lack of inspiration. Monotony. Tedious, repetitive routines. Monotonous. The Star card reversed, you're seeking your own path in a private way without regard for the outside world. You may feel alone, withdrawn, or even resentful of outer obligations at this time. You may recently have experienced some disappointment that has caused you to turn inward, but this is a necessary step. You need repair time, including meditation and solitary self-care, to realign yourself with your inner needs and re-energize yourself. Okay? This card is Spirit's trying to tell you that they are sending you signs from the universe, but they're being overlooked. Everyday events are distracting you from your true path. Okay? Someone who is focusing on the negative, they don't have any faith. A lack of faith, a lack of inspiration, insecurity, discouragement, faithlessness, hopelessness, despair, a lack of creativity. Trust yourself. Feeling disconnected, trust yourself. Your last card is the Devil, Capricorn energy. You're free from whatever is holding you back, is the message with this card. Spirit wants you to know that you are free from whatever is holding you back. So this card's about secrets, secrecy, cheating, restrictions, feeling powerless again. It's a card of oppression again, addiction, feeling powerless, feeling victimized, dependency, attachment, feeling trapped again, hopelessness again, abuse again. It's ignorance again, egotism, violence again. When I say again, Taurus, it just means that I'm repeating the messages. Spirit's repeating the messages throughout your reading. This card represents someone with mental health issues. It's lust, greed, rage. It represents your shadow self, someone with impulsive behavior. A lot of those messages have repeated. Don't give up and don't give your power away, Spirit is saying. Okay? This card represents excess, materialism, playfulness. Be mindful how you're treating others. This card could represent bondage or addiction to a dangerous practice, substance, situation, or person. It could also represent overindulgences of any sort, eating, drinking, sexual activity, staying up late. Okay? This card is reminding you to adopt more moderate practices. Being held captive by your passions might feel like fun for a short time, but such imbalance is never a good one. Remember they talked about an imbalance already? The devil represents the bondage that we create and maintain for ourselves. That's just a train. I'm not sure if you can hear it. There may be obstacles in your environment that you find frustrating, or you may feel your options are narrowing. Someone else may be involved, but you do have the ability to free yourself from your situation by using your willpower. Okay? This card is human indulgence, ignorance, egotism, greed, irresponsibility, oppression, or materialism, to remove any religious connotation and to focus on the material world. Reevaluate your relationship to material things which are keeping you chained. Look at whatever is limiting your personal growth, especially abusive, obsessive, or harmful relationships. You may need to confront your fears about financial security and social and material success. You may need to also recognize and acknowledge things you don't like about yourself. Your personality, your body, your behavior, or your temperament. It's time to let go of old fears, hang-ups, inhibitions, and ways you manipulate others to satisfy your needs instead of taking responsibility for yourself. Often there's a sexual component involved that may have a harmful effect on your whole life, or there could be a non-sexual relationship that binds you and that must end before you can grow further. You're the only one who can change it. The two, yeah. The two chained figures on the card represent bondage to the material realm. Their loose chains indicate that you can attain freedom by relinquishing attachment to the things of this world. And then your last card is your oracle message, and you got sword number 7. Okay, this is your last message of your reading today, Taurus. This card is saying that there is a big life change you've been thinking of making for a while now. And this is a sign that you need to trust your instincts and take the leap. Whether you are thinking about cutting your hair or finding a job better suited for you, do the thing and do it with confidence. And that will be different for all of you. So just take however it resonates and leave the rest. So thank you, Taurus, for allowing me to channel these messages today for you from Spirit. I'm really grateful. If you got any insight or guidance, confirmation, if you don't mind liking the video, just lets me know that you got something from my messages or the messages I channeled from Spirit today. And I'm sending you lots of love and a big hug. Okay? And I will see you next time. Bye, Taurus. Take good care. Have a great day. Bye.